Welcome to the PhD Mommy's Journey podcast with Bridgette Ojo,
an educator and scientific researcher who also happens to be your number one fan. This podcast is for millennial mommypreneurs who strive to be the best versions of themselves every single day. If you're a millennial mom interested in learning more about mindset, motherhood, and motivation, then this is the podcast for you.
Hello there, bestie. Welcome to another episode of the PhD Mommy's Journey podcast, the podcast where we talk mindset, motherhood, and motivation. I'm your host, Bridgette Ojo. I'm a Navy sailor. I'm a PhD candidate, mommy of two beautiful girls, and a woman who has decided she is no longer available for the lies she used to tell herself. Let's get into it. In Dr. Jordan Peterson's book, 12 Rules for Life, An Antidote to Chaos, rule number 8 says, tell the truth, or at least don't lie. Now, I know that sounds simple, but let's be real. Most of the lies we tell, they aren't even to other people, they're to ourselves. When we say we're okay, but in actuality, we're falling apart, sometimes we may say we're weak when we're actually powerful. We pretend we're fine settling when deep down we're suffocating in a life that no longer fits us. We lie to ourselves because the truth is heavy. But here's the thing. The weight of living a lie is even heavier. Not being true to yourself, that's exhausting. When you suppress your potential to make others comfortable, when you stay small because you're afraid to shine too bright, when you fake fine to survive, your body, your mind, and most importantly, your spirit pays a price. That's why you feel drained even after sleeping 8 hours. That's why the gym doesn't feel good anymore. That's why you're snapping at your kids even though you love them with everything in you. The fatigue isn't from what you're doing. It's from who you're pretending not to be. Let me get real with y'all. As you guys know, I've lost over 150 pounds. I joined the Navy at 32 as a mom of two. I'm in the last phase of getting my PhD, and I'm building a brand. However, I still have moments where I look at the mirror and I feel like a fraud. There are some times I may catch myself saying, you're not fit enough. You just got lucky. Sometimes when I look at myself, I see the loose skin. I remember the old weight. I remember the old me. And suddenly I forget the warrior I became along the way. Now, psychology has this interesting term and they call it body dysmorphia. But deeper than that, it's a form of self-betrayal. It's me lying to myself that I'm not worthy of feeling strong, proud, powerful. And I'm done with that. Oh, and don't get me started on mom guilt. As you know, since I'm in the Navy, there are many nights I cry because I'm not tucking my daughters in. There are mornings when I get up at 4:30 in the morning and I wonder, am I selfish for chasing a dream in uniform? But here's what I remind myself. My daughters don't need a perfect mom. They need a brave mom. They need a real mom. They need a mom who doesn't lie about who she is, even when it's hard. So I tell myself the truth. I'm a good mom because I'm doing this, because I'm creating a future, because I show up for them, and most importantly, I show up for myself. Now, let's be honest. A lot of us lie to ourselves because we're scared of what our power will cost us. We downplay our ambition so we don't make others uncomfortable. We shrink our dreams so we don't seem too much. We lie and we just simply call it being humble. But Here's the truth. There's nothing noble about pretending to be less than who God called you to be. You weren't made to be dim. You were made to lead. Telling the truth to yourself is the first step into walking into your full purpose. You can't afford to lie anymore because the cost of your life is your destiny. Lying to yourself that you're not enough, that you're not ready, that you're not worthy, that's how you sabotage your next level. And the truth? You've already survived the unthinkable. You've already done hard things. You've already proven you're built different. This is exactly where you're supposed to be. So act like it. Now, here's one of the ways that I fight lies. I simply do, and I keep on talking about it, gratitude. Now, this is not the fluffy kind of gratitude, but this is the soul deep, write it down, stare at my blessings type of gratitude. Every day, I use my PhD Mommy Gratitude Journal to remind myself what's true. I remind myself I'm strong. I remind myself I'm chosen. I remind myself I'm evolving. I remind myself I'm worthy. And most importantly, I'm grateful for this life, even when it's hard. If you need help rewriting your internal narrative, start there. It's not just a journal, it's a weapon. So you may be wondering, how do I tell the truth when it hurts? Here are the anchors that keep me aligned. I will stand in front of a mirror and I will literally say, I am fit out loud until I believe it. I engage in spiritual discipline. So that includes scripture, that includes silence, and that includes surrender. Movement. I train my body so my mind remembers I'm strong. Reflection. I do weekly check-ins with my soul, and I look at what's actually true right now. So besides the gratitude journaling and all the other things that I do, it's not just some cute morning routine idea. It's actually a survival strategy for me because I carry a lot of weight, but I refuse to let it crush me. Now, Jordan Peterson tells us, telling the truth allows you to orient yourself properly in the world. It's not just about morality, it's about survival. Actually, it's bigger than surviving, it's thriving. Because when you tell the truth, especially to yourself, you stop negotiating with fear. You stop hiding behind insecurity. You stop pretending to be less than what you are. And babe, you are powerful. You are brilliant. You are worthy of everything you desire, plus more. So if you've been lying to yourself about what you want, about what you're capable of, about what you deserve, take this episode as your wake-up call. Listen, love, truth isn't always pretty. Truth is not always neat. Truth rarely shows up when it's convenient. But here's the beautiful thing about telling the truth. Truth is the only path to peace. Because when you start telling the truth, especially to yourself, you stop abandoning the woman you were created to be. You're not here to play small. You're not here to carry shame like it's a birthright. You're not here to lie to yourself so the world feels more comfortable. You are here to rise, to tell the truth, to live out loud, even if your voice shakes. So start with one truth today. Write it down, speak it out, and then, babe, live like it's real. You already know who you are. It's time to stop hiding it. Before we end this episode, I want to read a really powerful poem by Marianne Williamson. I'm sure that you've heard of it before. It goes, Our deepest fear. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. You already know who you are. It's time to stop hiding it. Thank you for listening to the PhD Mommy's Journey podcast, the podcast for women who are done playing small, done hiding behind fear, and done making themselves digestible to people who were never meant to sit at their table. If this episode hit home, do me a favor. Follow me on Instagram at the PhD Mommy Life. If you're interested in working with me or sponsoring the podcast, feel free to email me at thephdmommylife@gmail.com. If you are interested in downloading your free 30-day gratitude journal, please click on the link that will be in the transcript notes. And this is the exact tool that I use to rewire my mindset and show up for my life with intention, even during the hardest seasons. Share this episode with another woman who needs to remember who she is, and tag me so I can hype you up right back. Remember, you are enough. Actually, you are not just enough. You are the assignment. Until next time, keep going, keep growing, and tell the truth, even when it's uncomfortable. I'm your host, Bridgette Ojo. Until next time.